go all the way up out of your crown. And when you come out your crown, you visualize that beam of energy going out into the vastness of the universe, connecting its tendrils all over in the universe, in the cosmos. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. I'm Aradia, the Witch of Dark Light, and I hope you all are doing well. This is another video in the series of Advanced Witchcraft, Beyond the Basics. And this one is going to be about not using your energy, but more outside sources of energy and what that even means, so you can understand how to balance those things. So firstly, I'm going to go over a intro to what that is, and then I'm going to go over some of the sciences. I'm going to be reading from some of my notes, and then I am going to share with you what I mean when I say outside sources. What are some of those things that you could work with in your magic so that you don't have to be depleted, right? Before I begin, I just want to say that these videos are coming from my opinions and my experiences. So if you find something that resonates with you, please go ahead and take that and extend the research. Go further into understanding what that is and how that works best for you. So this video, I'm going to be talking about energy and how we use our energy and what it means to use it all up even, and what are outside sources of energy, and why it's important to understand this, because we learn about energy in the beginning of our journey in the craft. And you hear people say, you know, put your energy into it, manifest with your energy, raise your energy. You hear all of these terms, but this video is going to just give a little information that helps you understand what that means and why it is important to really know when you hear these things, and really know for your practice when you work with magic, really know why this is important to understand. So now let's go to the portion of the video where we talk about a little of the science behind what it is, our energy and our biofield. The biofield of humans refers to the subtle energy field that surrounds and interpenetrates the physical body. It is an energy field that exists in our bodies and sustains life. It is also known as prana, chi, or vital force in different traditions. This concept is something we see in traditional healing practices like Reiki. The biofield is believed to encompass electromagnetic fields, biophotons, and other forms of energy that interact with and influences the body. The biofield emits mostly from our energy points in our body. Each energy center is associated with our organs, our emotions, and some aspects of our subconscious. The biofield is thought to originate from the body's electrical and biochemical processes. For example, the heart generates a powerful electric magnetic field that extends beyond the physical body. Additionally, cellular activities, neural impulses, and biochemical reactions contribute to the overall biofield. A couple of reasons why it is important to not only rely on our energy and work with some of those outside sources. So firstly, our energy isn't finite. We can be depleted. We do not have a never-ending battery inside of us. So the more we use our energy, the more it's going to be depleted. And if we do not understand that, and if we don't understand that this is also within the realms of magic, we can run into some complications. We can run into, feeling drained or feeling depleted, because that's what we will be. We will be depleted and our magic will not work. And yes, you could take care of the physical body, which also is great to do, but we are working within the realms of magic. So we have this subtle energy body outside of our physical body. That is the thing that we are tapping into. So we need to understand this and pay attention to whether or not it needs some help. So that's one of the reasons. And next is something that I talk about quite a bit, and it is knowing that our energy can be affected by our emotions, our subconscious. We could have a cold even, right? And we can just have had a bad day, or something can be attached to us, right, from our day that we had. And of course, through all these things, we are supposed to do some cleansing. Firstly, right, we do the cleansing, but it still kind of lowers the strength of our energy, having to even just take care of all of that. So that's another reason why tapping into an outside source can be beneficial to your magic, because you may not be at your best, because you may have had to fight off. It's like when you're in war, right? And it's two opponents going into war, and you have to, they're on their horses and they're on their way to the battlefield. You are on foot. You and your troops are on foot, and you got to walk to the battlefield. You are going to be depleted by the time you get there and not have enough energy to fight. Whereas the other side that were on horses, they're fine. They're ready. They could jump off their horses. They could, they're good. They're all rested. So this is what I mean, right? So it doesn't necessarily mean that there was something bad. It just meant that your energy was applied to something else. So you may need some additional aid. So now let's go over a list of things that are considered outside sources. And most of these you already know, but now you understand why it's important. So hearing these, you may understand, okay, now I can see why. Because I understand now that my energy isn't finite like it is. My energy can be depleted, and I may need the aid of outside sources. So the first one is the elements. We all learn about the elements in the beginning of our practice. When we go on this journey, we learn that earth, air, water, and fire are essential to us and our magic, to us manifesting magic. So that might look something like you having something that represents earth. That could be like a bunch of herbs or a literal dirt, earth, on your altar while you're casting that magic, and you're drawing on its energy, its aid to help you manifest the magic, especially if you're using it to call on this grounding energy, this stable energy. So you work with earth. So understanding the elements and tapping into those are useful when working with outside sources of magic. So the next thing is along those lines, and that is nature. I think nature is so underestimated when it comes to the things you talk about, when it's your tools and the tools of your craft, the things you use to manifest magic. You can use nature by just going out into nature, sitting in nature and calling on the natural forces to aid you in manifesting your magic. It not only can help you manifest, it will replenish you. It will do magic on you because just being out in nature is fortifying. So imagine calling on that energy when you go out into the forest, go be the witch in the woods, and use this magic to help you manifest. And this next one is equally well known, and that's working with spirits and deities. And whatever that means to you, beings, entities, working with these outside sources is a very popular thing in witchcraft and in magic, so that you can call on their power to add to yours to manifest this magic. And a lot of people are not, especially when you are new, you are unsure if this is something that you want to do. So you do begin to work with like just the elements. But this is a lot of the reasons that if you understand why someone would want to work with a deity or, a spirit, this is one of the main reasons, is that we are calling on their aid, their energy, because we don't have that. We can't produce that amount of energy. We can, but it is not something that we really focus on, or, just like a lot of us aren't like bodybuilders. We don't have the muscle, right? The magic muscle a lot of the time. So we call in the muscles to help us manifest. So this is calling on that outside source of energy to help us by calling the spirits and deities. So the next one is one that is very popular and one that beginners usually work with, and that's celestial bodies, which consist of the planets, the asteroids, the fixed stars, the moon, the sun. So, and not many in the beginning work with fixed stars or asteroids, but they definitely do work with the planets. So this is that understanding of why we work with the planets, right? We work with the planets for a lot of this specific energy that they do lend to our magic, but also because they lend that additional energy in itself to our magic. You're calling on this outside energy that is giving aid to your energy to help you manifest, and therefore you're not depleting yourself. You are using the energy of Mars. You're calling on that energy to manifest that magic. But this is one that a lot of people use. They work with the planets as an outside source of energy. And this last one is one of my personal favorites, and that's the cosmic forces. Now, this may be a little more advanced because you have to be practiced and be able to visualize and meditate for a certain amount of time. And not even for a certain amount of time, but just be able to meditate to get to what it is you need to tap into. The forces, the dark matter, the universe, the cosmos, tapping into everything, not the planets, but everything that the cosmic energy, the collective energy, tapping into all of those universal forces. And an example of that would be you're sitting in meditation and you visualize yourself like you go through your chakras from your root up. You take that you go through that meditation and go all the way up out of your crown, and when you come out your crown, you visualize that beam of energy going out into the vastness of the universe, connecting its tendrils all over in the universe, in the cosmos, and it is tapping into this vortex of energy. This is a powerful energy out there. It's energy of creation, destruction, all of that power, life-giving force out in the universe. So that is a very powerful energy to understand and tap into when you work with your magic. And at the very least, in doing this, you are aligning yourself, which in turn replenishes your energy. So while you're doing this, which makes it even more powerful, you're replenishing your energy and taking that and connecting it with the cosmos. You're plugging into the cosmos. So using that outside of source of energy is something very powerful as well. For those of you especially that don't want to work with spirits and deities, you can tap into the cosmos, right? Not just the planets, not just the celestial bodies, just the overall universal life force energy you can tap into. So that is one that I think is more advanced, because you have to get into a place where you can understand how to meditate, where you can understand how to tap into each chakra and get that chakra going, awaken that chakra all the way up from the roots to your crown, and understand how that energy is beaming out from your crown, and be able to sit with that and feel it as it's happening and see that connection. So it's not really for a beginner, because this is definitely something you have to practice with, because you have to, sitting in meditation takes work, and visualizing each of those components takes practice. So that is another form of working with an outside source of magic. So all of these things, at the very least, what you understand is it is important to know that you are using your energy. If you aren't working with any of these things, you are using your energy when you manifest magic. Now, you can do this, right? It can be done for sure. It is just that this is not something that you want to continue to do, because you have to think about, like I mentioned, you have to think about, you have your physical body, but you also have your ethereal body, your subtle energy biofield that's outside of you. This is the body that is doing the work. This is the body that you're tapping into. This is the energy source you are using, and it needs to be worked on. It needs to have a balance. It needs to be fed. It needs to be worked on healing, and it needs to have rest, right? You don't want to drain it, because what that looks like is, when you see people's auras, you either see what color, chakra, or energy point they're resonating from, or you see all the colors. But if your life force energy is drained, if you are someone that can see energy fields outside of someone's aura, you can see this murkiness. This is, it's not vibrant because it's depleted. So this is what you are doing. You're using your thoughts, your brain, right? If you're constantly thinking about something, if you're putting your intent into something, your willpower into something, this is what drains your energy. This is how you are working your energy. And if you constantly do that, it will drain it. If you don't replenish it, or if you don't give aid to use an outside source, give aid to your energy, it absolutely can be depleted. So pay attention to how you work with your energy, and nurture it and take care of it. So that is what I wanted to share with you today in this video, this advanced witchcraft video, Beyond the Basics. So until the next video, I love you all, and into the shadows.